Hi, my name is Asim Ahmed, and today I'm going to be showing you various components around my 2003 Subaru WRX. As I said before, this is a 2003 Subaru WRX with a 2-liter flat-4 turbocharged engine, the boxer engine, 16-valve dual overhead cam. The first thing that I'll be showing you is where the certification labels are located, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. So, as you can see, there was one right here on the driver's side strut tower, right under the hood here. You can see the corporation that it was built by, the VIN number, the color code, the engine type, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the other spot for it, there's also some more information about the vehicle here. Driver's side door jamb. Just more information, manufacture date, VIN number, again, the weight, and then where it was made, and then once again the corporation that manufactured the vehicle. The next component I'll be showing you is where the OBD2 port is located on the vehicle. So as you can see, it's located under the dashboard here. I currently have it taped up to hold my access port plugged in there. And the reason why is that the suspension is very stiff, so occasionally I'll hit a rough bump and it will kind of jiggle that fitting loose under there. So I kind of have it old duct tape modification to keep it nice and stable. So the next components I'll be showing you have to be related to the fuel system here. So let's go ahead and take a look. So the fuel filter and actually where you'll locate the fuel pressure, the test fitting, are actually right on the same spot here. This is the fuel filter, and then you could put the T-fitting or wherever, usually right about this area here. The fuse for the relay is actually under all this kick panel stuff, and it's a green fuse, green connector right under here. The fuel pump itself is actually located, you can access it via the trunk or the back seat, but to actually change out the pump, it requires to take out the back seat. It's way easier. But for now, I'll just show you through the trunk. That is, your fuel pump's gonna be right under there. There's a little gasket under here that you change every time when you take it out. Next, I'm gonna be showing you ECU related components. So there is a fuse box located under the dash. There's 2 fuse boxes, one under the dash and then one under the hood here. But the PCM or ECU fuse is actually under here, and it's going to be fuse number 5. 30 amp fuse there. But yeah, that's the ECU fuse for that. I've used it to clear check engine lights, and it's nice because it doesn't like reset your battery, so it's a nice kind of trick. And then we are once again on the passenger side floor here. The ECU itself is actually under the carpet, and then there's I think 3 or 4 bolts for the cover plate, and then the ECU is right under there. And then for the rest of the components that I'm about to show you, they're all related to under the hood components. So we can go ahead and just take a look at that now. First things first, we'll go ahead and just start at the intake and work our way around. The intake air temperature and mass airflow sensor are actually integrated in one, and they're under this air box here, connected to my actual intake. And I don't know if you can get a good look at it, but it's plugged in right at the bottom down there. You can kind of see the yellow, green, red wires down there at the bottom. The next component that we'll move on to is the throttle position sensor and the idle air control. They are both located pretty much in the same location here. Here is the throttle position sensor right here, and the idle air control, all part of the throttle body system right here. Intercoolers right here, of course. So I am going to go ahead and say this now, that a lot of the components that I'm going to mention here are actually under the alternator, around this area here. Very hard to see. If anybody has any experience or knowledge with boxer engines, Porsche or Subaru, you will know that it's all very tight. As you can see, it's not a lot of room for stuff here, so I'm going to do my best. So the coolant temperature sensor, the crank position sensor, and the knock sensor are all located under the alternator here. Try to get as best a look as I can for you. You can see all the connectors down there. There's some that are hidden that you actually have to take the alternator off to really see and get a good look at. The cam position sensor is right here under the oil fill and the dipstick tube. It's kind of hard to see down in there. There she is. So I'm pretty much only going to be able to show you the driver's side injectors because the passenger side has just too much stuff here. You're not really going to be able to get a good look at it. But for the driver's side, I'm sorry, they're the hot pink injectors down there. The factory ones are actually dark blue. The fuel system and stuff has been upgraded on this vehicle, so stuff is a little different, but the locations are all the same. So this is not the factory engine that came in the vehicle. The factory engine was still a 16 valve dual overhead cam 2-liter flat 4, but this one has been imported from Japan, and they from the factory don't have any TGVs or EGRs, so there's really nothing much I can really show you there for that because they come factory deleted. And as far as the O2 sensors go, I'm just making a disclaimer that this car is for off-road use only. I definitely do not drive it on the street at all. There's really not much left to the O2 sensors as there's no cats on the car. The only cat that is still on the vehicle right now is on the exhaust header. It's very small, but as far as the down pipe for the turbo, the up pipe, and the exhaust going all the way back, it's all catless. External wastegate dump, all catless. And most of the O2 sensors have been deleted and it has been tuned out of the vehicle to not even be there really. There's only one on the main downstream of the exhaust, and it constantly just throws a check engine light. So that pretty much wraps up all I got to show you for a few of the various components around the vehicle here. Once again, this is my 2003 Subaru WRX, and thanks for watching.